if you guys are interested, I will do a separate video on homeschooling, how we homeschool, what curriculum we're going to use. Every single my child learns differently. I know this from personal experience. They all do not learn the same. Let me know down in the comment section what works best for you and your kids, especially if you have a large family and you know eventually at some point the curriculum that you're using gets passed down. Right now I need 7th, 5th, and 3rd grade curriculum. And some people might be confused about Andrea. Long story short, she was a preemie. Long story short, she was a preemie. She was born at 32 weeks. She was in a NICU and she had to go through like the whole neurology and everything like that. And then at one point when she was released from the hospital, from the NICU, she stopped breathing on her own, which me and a doctor both assumed that was what it was, like an apnea type of thing, where because she was so small that like her brain forgot to breathe on its own, like automatically do it on its own. She just had a sleep test numerous of times, and when she was a baby, and when she was like, I think the last one that she had was like 2, I think. And by the time she was 2, we did speech therapy, physical therapy, because it wasn't so much putting on clothes and everything, it was just the way she was walking. The way she would walk was kind of like odd to me, and like the way she would sit was kind of odd to me. So that was the reason why we did the speech and physical therapy. Plus she wouldn't talk until she was about 3. When I signed her up for school, I wanted her to go to start pre-K, but they didn't have any space available for her. She was on a waiting list and she never got accepted to it. And then when it came time to do kindergarten, I told them that she wouldn't be ready for kindergarten at the age of 5. I knew she wouldn't be ready for kindergarten at the age of 5, but they still tried it for 2 weeks. And then that's when they came back to me and told me she's not ready. They said that she was more concerned about everything else than what's going on in the classroom, which is not true. The way Andrea is that if it doesn't interest her, she doesn't care about it. And she'll tell you, like she'll tell you straight to her face. She has no filter. She'll tell you straight out, I don't like this, I don't want to do this, I'm not going to do it. Before, she didn't do that. She wouldn't talk, she wouldn't say, like, express herself or anything like that. So she would just get up out of the classroom and just leave. Like, that was just her personality at the time. Or she'll just go underneath the desk and just sit there and play by herself with nobody, like, with no care. Or she'll go to the window and be more concerned about what's going on outside in the window. That's why Andrea is in 5th grade instead of 6th grade, because technically she would be in 6th grade. So she was placed back into pre-K when she was 5, and then Justice started pre-K at the same time that she was pushed back. Well, what happened was that Justice was on a waiting list for pre-K, and then they ended up deciding to use his spot for Andrea because the spot popped up. And then a couple months later, Justice started pre-K at the same time. That's the gist of why I have 2 5th graders and a 7th grader and a 3rd grader instead of a 3rd, 5th, and 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th grader. I know it's confusing to some people, and then people just look at the girls and they're like, they're twins. No, they're not. And it's funny because like people will be surprised to find out that Andrea and Justice are actually Irish twins. They are 10 months and a couple weeks apart or something like that. When I had Andrea, I went to my 6 weeks appointment and I was already pregnant. If you want to know more details about the pregnancies and for me to do story times, thumbs up this video and I would definitely do that for you guys. But I had a couple people ask me what are my thoughts on the whole Laura Lee situation, and honestly I will say that